Shocking. Build muscle eating only a ketogenic diet. Ketovore experiment. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Steve, and I'm with Gen X Reboot Fitness. Today, I'm answering the question that's sizzling in the fitness community, like a perfectly cooked ribeye. Can you actually build muscle eating nothing but meat and fat? We're diving deep into the Ketovore diet for athletes, because apparently some people think that the food pyramid is more like, well, a food triangle. Let's see if this approach can turn you into a lean, mean, protein processing machine. All right, before we start throwing around terms like we're some CrossFit poetry slam, let's break down what Ketovore really means. Think of it as keto's carnivorous cousin who went to an all-you-can-eat steakhouse and never looked back. While traditional keto says fat is your friend, carbs are the enemy, Ketovore takes it a step further and basically says, if it didn't have a heartbeat, we don't want it. We're talking 90 to 95% animal products here, folks. It's like being on a first name basis with your local butcher. They probably have your order already memorized. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the cow in the gym. Can you actually build muscle without traditional bodybuilding carbs? Protein synthesis. Your muscles are basically biological construction sites, and protein is your building material. The good news? Meat is like having a Home Depot delivery truck parked outside your muscles 24/7. Animal protein provides all essential amino acids in optimal ratios. It's like having the perfect construction crew that never calls in sick. Studies have shown that the muscle building MVP is amino acids, and it's abundant in red meat. We're talking about 1.7 grams per 100 grams of beef. That's like having a personal trainer for your muscle fibers. Here's where it gets interesting. Without the blood sugar roller coaster from carbs, many Ketovore athletes report more stable energy and faster recovery. It's like switching from a gas engine that needs constant refueling to a diesel that just keeps on chugging away. The anti-inflammatory effects of eliminating processed foods and most plant compounds might help reduce exercise-induced inflammation. Think of it as having a built-in ice bath for your cellular process. Okay, enough theory. Let's talk real people getting real results. Well, here's the first case study. There was a powerlifter from Texas who switched to Ketovore after hitting a plateau that was more stubborn than a mule in mud. 6 months in, she added 50 pounds to her deadlift and says her recovery time was incredible. Let's look at another case study. There was an endurance cyclist. Yes, you heard that right. Endurance athlete. Fueled her 100-mile rides with nothing but fat adaptation. She describes her energy as going from a Ferrari that needs premium gas every hour to a Tesla that just, guess what? It keeps going and going and going. And finally, there's a CrossFit athlete who's been on Ketovore for 2 years. He went from doing workout to left and feeling like he'd been hit by a protein powder truck to bouncing back faster than a rubber ball on concrete. Now, before you think this is some magical meat miracle, remember, these folks also dialed in their sleep, stress management, and training protocols. The diet was just one piece of their puzzle. The challenges and some considerations. All right, let's pump the brakes on the meat train just for 1 second. This isn't all ribeyes and rainbows. Switching to a Ketovore diet is like teaching your body a completely new language. You can expect 2 to 6 weeks of feeling like you're running on fumes while your digestive system is trying to figure out their new job description. Now, some athletes call this the keto flu, but I prefer metabolic renovations because your body is just simply remodeling. Now, your high intensity might take a hit initially. Now, if your sport involves explosive power, think of sprinting or CrossFit, you might feel like you're trying to launch a rocket with a rubber band slingshot. during these initial stages. Now, be prepared for some social challenges. Get ready that every meal becomes a conversation starter. Wait, you're just eating steak? Yes, Karen, just steak. And no, I don't want a piece of that pizza. But thanks for asking. Again. Now remember, we're all special snowflakes. Some people thrive on this approach. Others, they feel better with some strategic carb inclusion. It's like dating. What works for your body might be a disaster for you. Now, if you're thinking about giving this approach a shot, here's a roadmap for you. Now, weeks 1 and 2 will be your transition period. Start by eliminating everything except animal products and maybe some very low carb veggies and fruits. Yes, that means getting rid of your beloved pre-workout gummies. And also, I suggest stock up on electrolytes because you'll be flushing out water faster than a broken fire hydrant. Now, around week 3 to 6 is where the magic happens, or we decide that meat isn't your thing. I suggest that you track your energy, your strength, and recovery. Just keep a training log because your memory may not be as sharp during the initial stages. Now, after the initial stages of your implementation and beyond is where you'll fine-tune your fat to protein ratios, meal timing, and organ meat inclusion. Yes, I said organ meats, because what they're like is a multivitamin that actually tastes good when prepared correctly. Here's where things get really interesting. Many ketovore athletes naturally gravitate towards intermittent fasting. When you are fat adapted, what happens is your hunger signals become as reliable as a Swiss watch. Now, my personal protocol is 2MET, which is 2 meals a day after fasting at least 18 hours. Now, this isn't just about meal timing. It's about giving your body that metabolic vacation it deserves. And the reason I personally prefer this is because it further enhances my own autophagy and metabolic benefits. Now, this is where your strategic plant inclusion happens. We become more flexible with pure ketovore approach. While we're primarily looking at meat focused, incorporating small portions of low glycemic fruits and vegetables can provide additional micronutrients and fiber without kicking you out of ketosis. Think of it as your nutritional insurance policy. Why this combination works like magic. Your eating window shrinks to about 6 hours, giving your digestive system an 18-hour reset that's longer than most people's sleep cycles. Now, the extended fasting period maximizes autophagy, basically your body's cellular cleanup crew. If you're training in the morning, you might fast through your workout and break your fast afterward. Now, evening trainers can fuel up before hitting the gym. Your body becomes so efficient at using stored fat for fuel, you feel like you've unlocked a cheat code for energy. So basically, it's simpler than the caveman smartphone. 9% of your nutrition comes from animals, while 10% is from plant foods. And you only need to think about food twice a day. Monitoring your progress. Here's how to track if this approach is actually working for you. Now, the strength gains. Are you still progressing? With recovery time, can you train without feeling like roadkill? With the energy, no more of the 3 p.m. crashes. And your sleep quality, are you sleeping like a baby bear in hibernation? Now, health markers. Get blood work done between 3 to 6 months. Check for inflammatory markers, lipid panels, and metabolic health indicators. Your doctor might raise an eyebrow when you tell them your diet, but let the numbers do the talking. Now, body composition. Many ketovore athletes report improved body composition, more muscle, less fluff. It's like your body becomes a more efficient machine when you give it premium fuel. So let's wrap this up. Big question to ask yourself. Can you build muscle on meat and fat alone? Well, I believe the evidence does suggest yes. Many athletes are not only just surviving, but absolutely thriving on the ketovore approach. So here's the $1,000,000 question. Is it for everyone? Absolutely not. Is it worth experimenting with a ketovore diet if traditional approaches aren't working for you? That's between you, your goals, and your willingness to have some very interesting conversations at dinner parties. Remember, the best diet is the one that you're going to stick to and gets you the results while keeping you healthy and happy. Now, whether it's ketovore, plant-based, or something in between, Your body will tell you what works. The key is approaching any dietary change like you would a new training program, with patience, proper monitoring, and the flexibility to adjust based on your own personal results. So keep lifting, keep learning, and remember, age is just a number, but gains, they're forever. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and God bless.